know what you need to show me. Can we really grow? Baby, I am hoping that you'll get to know me, that you'll get to know me. Oh, hello. Oh, I can see you. Oh, I can feel you. Oh, next to me, giving me a little more energy. Oh, hello. Welcome to the show. Welcome to the show. This is my show. These are my goals. Okay, well.
Sithenkosi Mbuli, who is now known by his stage name, Rudy Chalmers, is expressing his passion for music in his latest work that aims to get listeners grooving and appreciating the talent that South Africa can produce. And after several years of cooking and refining his unique sound, Rudy Chalmers has finally released his debut musical project he entitled Fears and Fantasies. Well, to take us through his musical journey, he now joins us now via Zoom. Sita, a very good morning to you. Thank you so much for joining us and a warm welcome to Morning Live.
It's fantastic to be on Morning Live. Thank you so much for giving me the opportunity.
Good stuff, man. Good to have you on the show this morning, Sita. Now, start with introducing yourself and telling us when this music bug hit you.
Right. Okay. So my name is Sithenkosi Mbuli, as you said. I'm a young boy from Johannesburg, born and raised in Johannesburg. And the music bug, I would say, hit me probably when I was about 8 or 10 years old. I used to love the Jonas Brothers, and I was even telling to one of my friends about the fact that in grade 2, my grade 2 class, my grade 2 teacher used to allow me and my 2 friends to pretend to be the Jonas Brothers at the end of the week. So on a Friday, stand in the corner of the classroom after our last lesson, and she used to let us sing to the whole class, and they used to pretend that they were the audience, and we would air guitar and pretend that we were rock stars basically. So I was kind of encapsulated by artists and especially musicians from a very young age. So I started practicing myself. I started practicing writing lyrics. I started taking instrument lessons. I took lessons in drums and in guitar. I even did a little bit of trumpet. The trumpet was quite difficult, though, to be honest, because the breath control needed for brass instruments it's a whole different ballgame. About 15 years old, this is when I had been writing lyrics and practicing my freestyling skills. I started sharing those lyrics with my friends. And that's when they said to me, they were like, listen, man, what you're doing here it's actually really good. Like, we wouldn't lie to you. Maybe you should try and pursue this, and maybe you should take this forward. So when I got that kind of positive encouragement from a lot of my peers in high school when I was about 15, I just decided that I'm going to go head first with this, and I'm going to try and make a career of it.
And how did the stage name Rudy Chalmers come about?
So I wanted to go with the stage name. Because I wanted to kind of have a separation between my artist self and my self at home, or myself who isn't, specifically a musician. So I chose Rudy because I thought it was just a short, funky, simple name. And Chalmers is my dad's middle name. So I wanted to have a piece of him in my stage name as well, because he's my dad and he's my inspiration.
I know that he still lives and he will live forever. And you are the son of the legendary broadcaster, the late Vuyo Mbuli. Gosh, the resemblance is so striking. So what appealed to you so much about music as opposed to you following in your father's footsteps?
Another conversation that I had with my friend, she expressed with me why music is it's such a powerful art form, and maybe a reason why music is an art form that's a little bit more celebrated than other art forms, is that the connection with a song can be immediate. An artist can put into a 3-minute window their emotions, thoughts, feelings, and express it in a way that when somebody else listens to it, that reaction and connection is immediate. I'm sure everybody has a song that they can listen to and it immediately takes them somewhere, or it immediately makes them feel something. So I think that's the power and that's the beauty of music. And that's kind of what drew me to it. And that's what still draws me to it every day.
And I quite like that point that you made on the immediacy of connection, because when I listen to your sound, I get a fusion of different music genres from both locally and international. So how do you describe your sound, Sita?
I like the fact that I myself find my sound still difficult to describe, right? Because I'm trying to put it in a unique direction, and in a direction that hasn't really been engaged with thoroughly in the South African music industry, and maybe in the music industry globally. But simply, I would call it alternative jazz rap at the stage that because I still am hugely inspired by rap music. I consider myself a lyricist, even though across the project, I'm engaging with a singing voice and expanding my singing vocabulary, and there's a lot of singing happening on the project. There's also still a lot of rapping. So that's why I'll call it at this stage alternative jazz rap.
Okay, and let's now get into what this musical project Fears and Fantasies is all about.
All right, so I think a great start point for that is the name. So I called it Fears and Fantasies because I feel like that title clearly describes the place that I'm in my life right now.
Sure.
You know, place of trying to fulfill and chase a dream every single day that is really big, and really large. So the dream is so large that it kind of leaves you in the middle of those two emotions. It leaves you really scared, but it also leaves you incredibly excited, right? And I read a quote once that said that you know that your dreams are the right dreams if they scare you, your dream for you to know that this is what you want to be doing, They scare you just enough that they keep you honest, and you don't want to lose the progress that you're making. But the fantasy side of it and the excitement side of it is that you also realize that what you're dreaming about could turn out better than you even imagined, So it's just about balancing those two emotions of like every single day deciding actively that I'm going to chase this dream. I'm going to make myself a musician. I'm going to try and build a career in music. And the fear that comes with that, the fear of putting yourself out there, and the excitement that comes with the possibility that it could go better than you ever imagined.
Rudy, so much wisdom coming from you. And you should also consider writing a book because, hey, we could learn a whole lot from you. Now, speak to us about the inspiration behind some of the tracks featured on this album, Rudy. What are some of the themes and the issues that you're trying to highlight? Hi, Rudy, did you get that?
So I engage with a lot of themes that are very close to my heart. Yes, sorry, I did get your question.
Sure.
Am I back?
Go ahead.
I was saying, I deal with a lot of themes that are really close to my heart. Track 2 on the project is called Home, and it's a song that I wrote in the middle of lockdown, and I wrote it as sort of a love letter to my mother and sister who I was spending all of lockdown with, and just it's an acknowledgement of how supportive and how fundamental they are to my life and my ability to try and succeed. Like they are the pillars and the foundations that I lean on every day. So there's a song dedicated to them. There's a song dedicated to my father. It's track 5 on the mixtape, and it's called Miss You. And the intro to that is actually a clip of my dad interviewing Mandela. And they're having a conversation about Mandela's favorite musical artists. So I thought that clip was a beautiful one to start with. Also because those two voices are just so unique and warm,
Sure.
Like Mbuli speaking to Nelson Mandela. It's just, it brings out a feeling in me that I can't really get from many other things. So I was very excited to put that in there as well. And then the follow-on song from that, On My Way, is a song that I've recently released a music video for. And that is kind of just like an assertive message to myself, that I'm going to get on my way and that this path is for me. I'm going to take this journey forward every single day.
All right, Rudy, great chatting to you, man. And I hope you've seen what we found from the archives, a picture of you and your father, Rudy Mbuli. And I know that he's really, really proud of you and he's looking down upon you and beaming with pride. Rudy, great chatting to you, man, and all the best in your music career.
And hopefully I'll see you guys soon.
All right, great stuff, man. All right, speaking to us about his newly launched music project, Fears and Fantasies, that's young artist Sithenkosi Mbuli, who's better known by his stage name, Rudy Chalmers.
That you get to know me. Whoa, I just wanna know what you need to show me.